What's going on, guys? It's Chad with 2D's Fishing TV, and today I'm going to be talking about dock fishing. A lot of people like dock fishing, a lot of people hate dock fishing, a lot of people don't know how to fish docks properly. A lot of these lakes in Texas have docks, and you can waste a ton of fishing time fishing tons of docks that have no fish on them. So today I'm going to try to talk about selecting key docks and how to pick off every bass underneath that dock. And then after I get done talking, I'm going to show some clips of me catching, I think, 10 or so fish under this one dock. Before I started filming, I caught 4 or 5. So under one dock, I caught almost 15 fish. And today I'm going to talk about how I did that. So first of all is finding the key spots on docks. I generally stay away from long stretches of docks. When I'm trying to select a dock, I want a dock that is along a stretch of bank that's separated from other docks. So there's a row of 4 or 5 docks. I'm going to generally stay away from that area. I may fish it to see if there's fish, but generally I've found that fish stay on docks that are away from other docks. So you have this long stretch of bank, 5 docks, and then you have 100, 150 yards, and then one dock isolated by itself. That's going to be a key place for fish to hold on, so they can run up and down that bank, and they can sit there for a few minutes. Most fish don't live under docks their whole life. They're out chasing bait, and they come to docks to hide, or if bad weather or it's real sunny outside, they'll pull up to those docks. So finding those key docks along stretches of bank that don't have any cover on them. So if I'm fishing a bank that has a bunch of grass and there's one dock, more than likely the fish aren't going to be on that dock because they have that grass. So when I'm looking for that one dock, it's along a bank that just has a little bit of rock on the shore, or it's a wind wall, something like that. Also, depth is key in fishing docks. You don't want docks that are real shallow. I mean, fish could be in there, but more than likely it's going to be little fish. When I'm looking for docks, I'm looking for those isolated docks by themselves, and those docks that are in 4 to 8 foot of water, somewhere in that range. A lot of these people in Texas, the water is up and down all the time, so they dredge out their docks. So that's where you find those key docks that are in 4 to 8 foot of water, and those are going to be the ones that hold fish. So once you've found the dock that holds fish, there's 2 ways to figure out if there's more than one fish in there. If the bite is real subtle, then that means that that's probably the only fish under that dock. It's not really fighting or competing for bait. But when you flip that worm, or you flip that jig, or throw that crankbait in there, and that fish hammers it, that automatically tells me that there's going to be more fish in there. So you can throw whatever you're throwing in there. If you don't get a bite again, pick up a crankbait, pick up a swim jig, throw it in there, and more than likely it's going to trigger another bite. In this video that I'm going to show in a little bit, I was catching them on a Texas rig right here, just a standard Texas rig. I like to peg the weight so it doesn't slide up and down. And my favorite lure to throw under docks is a brush hog. So I caught a couple fish on a brush hog real quick, and then they stopped biting. So I picked up a swim jig or a swim worm, something like that, throw in there and just slow roll it on the bottom, and they'll kill it. I mean, you could tell from the skirt that I've caught a lot of fish under this. I mean, they even broke the head on it. The body spins all the way around because fish have been hitting it so hard underneath these docks. And then once they stop hitting that, I'll either pick back up the Texas rig, or I'll pick up a square bill or a shallow running crankbait and bring it on all 3 sides of the dock, trying to bang it off the bottom, bang it off the brush, bang it off the poles. And a lot of times these fish, when they start feeding, they'll come out and hit this crankbait. So once you find that one dock, don't be scared to throw multiple lures in there to catch all the fish underneath that dock. And they'll let you know if they're in there. If they're in there, they're going to hammer that bait because they're in there competing for it. And once you catch one, usually you fire up that school and you can catch every single fish underneath that dock. So don't be afraid to fish docks, fish key docks, figure out which docks on your lake hold fish, and then eliminate all the other docks and just fish those certain docks. And you'll catch more fish. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more Fishing TV.